In the last video, we answered what is UX research planning and the steps to achieve it. In this video, we will answer more on what is generative UX research and why to do it. This lesson is the third lesson out of the 8 parts to explain user experience research. Welcome to What is generative research? Generative research is a research method that generates a deep understanding of people's motivations, pain points, behaviors, and more. The goal of generative research is to help you identify a problem statement, frame the relevant problem to be solved, and gather enough evidence to move to the next step of execution. Conducting generative research early will ensure you grasp the problem space well by studying people's motivations, needs, and pain points. Why is generative research important? Generative research plays a crucial role in the design, and eventually this will save us efforts, cost, and time in a product development process. Without a deeper understanding of your target users and their motivations, you risk building a product that will have no real life utility and would be very expensive guesswork to execute. Conducting generative research provides insights into target users' goals, needs, and behaviors and allow you to clearly define the problem you want to solve for your customers. This will help us focus on efforts on designing solutions that solve relevant and real life problems and add real value to the target user base. Also, more value can be added by quickly liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Generative UX research methods. A fundamental role of the user researcher is to bridge the gap between what users say and how they actually feel. Through generative research, you can uncover needs that your user has but isn't usually discovered. Two generative research techniques worth looking into are field studies and user interviews, both of which are essential in discovering new ideas and understanding people's needs, motivation, and pain points. Field studies. Field studies are research activities that take place in user's environment rather than in your office or lab. Researchers meet with and study participants in their environment, where they would most likely interact with the product or service in question. Observing people in the natural environment rather than bringing them into a lab setting allow you to gain real insights into their processes and see situations that can help you understand how the product fits their daily lives. Example, a cashier using his cash counter software in an everyday billing environment. While people won't just tell you their problems directly, you will detect patterns by observing the context in which people do an activity. To get started with field studies, NN Group recommends this 4-step process to carry out a field study session. Screen for participants. Start by screening and selecting a mix of people who are reflective of your target audience. Schedule and brief participants. Prepare participants about what to expect from the session and ask them about their typical day. Plan your setup. Ask permission from participants to record, observe, and photograph them during the session. Record the session so you can revisit and share the findings with stakeholders. Conduct a visit. Brief your participants and tell them to behave as they usually would. This is where you observe them and get the chance to ask questions to clarify things. User interviews. User interviews are research activities that involve a moderate conversion between a researcher and a participant. Researchers ask user questions about a topic of interest to learn about the topic, discover specific problems, and find out opinions. By collecting this quantitative feedback, you can learn about the problems users encounter when using the product and identify the changes that needs to happen. The questions are mostly open-ended to probe them further and find the exact pain point while developing the solution for the product. During interviews, asking open-ended questions is critical to getting actionable insights and feedback. Create opportunities for the participants to share their stories, which will lead to a discovery of new ideas and insights. Here are some examples of open-ended research questions that you can ask during user interviews. Talk me through. Tell me about the last time you. Explain the last time, explain why. Describe what happened. Walk me through how you. And to conclude, when you're facing with an unexplored problem space and want to identify new product opportunity, generative research can help you turn questions into actionable next steps. Beginning with generative research explorations is a great idea. If you like this lesson and it provides you with value, don't forget to like and share. This is the third chapter of 8 in the series, so do subscribe for further updates and don't forget to press the bell icon.